Yes, we are with Sir Ferdie Munsayac, the man behind UGB or Underground Battle MMA. Nandito kami sa National Press Club sa Metro Manila, Philippines, kung saan kaka-award lang po nung grand prize na house and lot sa first ever Juego Todo champion.
That's right.
So later on, we will ask Sir Ferdie about his assessment on the first year of Juego Todo. But for now, balikan lang po natin. Sir, kung ikukumpara niyo po yung very first year po ng UGB MMA to what it is right now, I'm sure malaki yung pagkakaiba.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's like day and night. Considering we're about to hit 7 years already.
7 years.
Doing fight promotions, yes. So like I said, it's like day and night. For the first earlier years to what we are today. In less than 7 years, we have done 80 events. Yes, actually we hit our 80th event at the 6.5 year mark. Yes. So 6.5 years, 80 events. Yes. Yeah, so it's quite an accomplishment. We have never stopped ever since I put this thing together. It was just a dream, and then I constantly worked on it, constantly, consistently. Yeah, very determined, and regardless whatever came my way, I just kept going. I may have stopped or slowed down, during the course of it all, pero I just kept going. So yeah, so that's what put UGB MMA to where we are today.
Congratulations,
Yes,
7 years.
Thank you. Yes, we hit 7 years in April.
Still kicking and very
Oh yeah,
strong.
yeah, and getting stronger. Yeah.
And you mentioned that this is and was and still is your dream.
Yes, it is. I'm not done yet. Yeah.
Could you please tell us what your life was, or what were you doing before UGB was
Okay.
born?
Before UGB, excuse me. Before UGB was born, I did 20 years of service in the U.S. Navy. Yeah. So I retired as a U.S. Navy chief, and 5 years prior to my retirement, this was already part of my goals to where I come back and give something back to the community. It was just a matter at that time, during the 5-year mark, it was a matter of trying to decide what exactly will I be doing when I come back here and retire. So, but I said to myself, it had to be something really related and something that I'm passionate about. So it had to be related about charity, martial arts, tattoos, scars. So, yeah, so to make the long story short, this is where we're at.
The
today.
UGB.
Yes.
Why underground?
Okay, why Underground Battle? Yeah, the real meaning of UGB, a lot of people don't really know what it is, but UGB stands for You Gotta Believe.
You gotta believe.
Yeah,
UGB.
so you gotta believe, UGB. That's the real meaning. The real meaning of UGB is you gotta believe. But of course, since I had to turn it into an MMA league, I cannot call it You Gotta Believe MMA.
Yeah.
But the You Gotta Believe came from the point na here I was, been out of the country for 20 years. I don't know anybody here. I was gonna start my own gym. I was gonna start my own league. I'm not a fighter. And then I don't
But you're
know.
a fan of
Yeah, I'm a
martial arts in
practitioner.
general.
I'm a martial artist. I'm a practitioner naman. Yes, and so with all of that, I don't know anybody. Wala akong kilala. So everybody na I talked to, they were discouraging me and saying, there's no way you can make it kasi nga, ito, this and that and the other. So, yeah, you don't have a champion in your stable, you don't have a name, all of this. So what did I do? I persevered, I worked really hard.
You gotta
and
believe.
made a name, yes. And I really stuck with a UGB, You Gotta Believe. So I believed in myself, I believed in what I'm capable of because I'm very passionate enough to where I know that one day success will be at the very end of that tunnel. So that's why UGB. And then, so of course, it had to turn into an MMA league. So something unique. I didn't really want to follow the FC trend because UFC,
One FC.
yeah, one FC, lahat FC. So I said, it's got to be something different. And then, yun nga, so related to what I believe in, you gotta believe, Underground Battle. The unique. So that's the story behind it. Yeah.
And hindi ako very well versed sa history ng MMA in the Philippines, but I think hindi lang kayo yung nag-start at that time ng mga leagues or promotions.
Marami ding iba. Pero I was one of the junior ones. Yes.
parang kayo lang po yung existing pa ngayon na nag-start back
Yes.
then.
Yes.
And you mentioned about consistency
Yeah.
kanina.
Yes.
Yeah, kasi, well, aminin natin o hindi, there has to be the business part or
Yes.
the money matters para siya mag-sustain. So,
The secret naman behind that is, awa ng Diyos, after serving 20 years in the military, meron naman tayong konting pensyon. So the pension, whether I work or I sit on my ass all day long, at the very first of the month, dumarating yan, whether I like it or not. So yung konti na yan enables me to even share it with others. So I invested all that into the fight promotion. So all my life savings and everything else,
wow.
andito sa UGB.
And
With
that's
the
why you're
motivation.
fondly called the Papa Goat.
Yes. Now, Papa Goat, the
Philippine
goat,
MMA.
yes. Papa Goat came from the term kasi retired military nga, Navy, US Navy. It's a military jargon. Now, if you hear the word goat locker, that was my first gym. It's a given. This guy's a Navy chief. So, and then uso naman dito sa Pinas yung Papa this, Papa that. So, naging Papa Goat.
I thought it was GOAT, like greatest of all time.
Yeah, that one too, greatest of all time. And goat, a chief is a goat kasi dahil the characteristics of a goat are very hard-headed. We do what we think is right. Kasi we believe, the Navy chiefs believe in the saying na it's a lot easier to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission. Kasi if of course, a military setting, we're in battle, right? You cannot ask for permission all the time. You have to act. You know, and based on, you know, being a chief and with the responsibility and the experience and the knowledge and everything else, for the most part, we do the right things. And then if we did bypass some other things, protocols or what have you, then we ask for forgiveness. Pero like we say and like we believe in, it's a lot easier to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission.
Wow.
Yes. So it all goes back to my military upbringing and my military background. Yes.
Which is a big factor kung bakit
It's a big
successful
factor.
ang
Yes,
UGB.
and also another factor why up to this date, UGB is still afloat, and the rest of them, because it's really hard. I mean, if you don't have the financial backing, you know. But the challenge, the
Right.
biggest challenge, really for me was doing 68 events all by myself.
All by yourself.
Yes, because the last 12 was with my investors already, sponsors and investors. Yes.
Wow.
So finally, you heard naman kanina what the major sponsor said. Why are they supporting me? Well, they believe in what I do. They believe in my advocacy.
Giving back.
Giving back. So this is what I do. So UGB just got bigger and stronger and better. There
Now
go.
you're Papa Goat. You're a father to a lot of.
Yes, I'm father to everyone, pretty much. Yes, not just fighters, but you know, even teens that I see on Facebook and need help. You know, I offer unsolicited advice. You know, and then before you know it, I actually met more real people on Facebook
Wow.
compared to in real life. Yeah, because on Facebook you don't know them, you don't really see and get to meet them. But once you give out genuine advice, you give out genuine, you know, you show them the genuine concerns. Before you know it, they're giving it back to you in different ways. So yeah.
Please just stay there and don't get into politics. Anyway, unsolicited advice.
That's not my line. I wouldn't go there now. I don't want that game. It's not part of the plan.
Yes, and good to know.
Yeah.
Sige po, now I want to ask about Juego Todo. Isa siyang tournament.
Yes.
So we started with 16.
Yeah, 16 last,
quarter finalists.
Yes.
Could you please tell us about the tryouts, screening of the
Okay.
participants?
All right. Well, of course, the screening. We're gonna look at what kind of MMA record they have, because the majority are MMA fighters. So based on their skills and if they're FMAers, then you know, a little background check and see how they are, and then after that, it's not really that hard. But you know, my thing is, I talk to these people, I have to interview them, and I have to feel the dream from here. And then from there, that's when I start supporting people. So, but I'm telling you, this second season, the lineup of this second season is no joke. I mean, you have the likes of CJ De Tomas in
Former
the mix,
UFC fighter.
former UFC fighter, the youngest Pinoy UFC fighter, former champion from
The other
league.
promotion.
Yes, and he's one of the guys. Now these people would have to go up
He will
against.
start as a quarterfinalist.
Yes, no, as an elimination. Elimination muna. He will start from the
mag-tryout pa
bottom.
siya.
Yes.
No special.
None.
treatment.
So that's where it all starts, and then
So
you
pwede
have.
siyang hindi pumasa.
Yes, but then if we know very well based on his skills and stuff, he will. You know he will. And then you have the likes of Giovanni Bualan, Yaoyan Ferbillon, veteran MMA fighter, veteran in the field of fighting. Those are some of the names, and then you have other names in the FMA world then, really skilled administradors. So yeah, it's season 2 is gonna be something else. I can tell you that. Yeah. So
I'm not curious lang ako. You're a practitioner yourself of FMA or Filipino martial arts. Kumusta po yung, since Juego Todo is first po, no? Kumusta po yung reception po nung Filipino
question.
martial arts community in general?
Well, in general, just like
Since hybrid po siya ng
Yes.
mixed martial arts plus
the truth is, I have been bashed because the FMA community says that I kind of like disrespected the art. Yeah, because you know the traditional one to wear.
because you
like
mixed it with mixed martial
So I kind of like disrespected. Yun ang sabi nila, binastos ko daw yung art. Well, I do not see any truth to that allegation because what did I do? The only thing I did was I evolved the sport. And like I said earlier, you have these skilled masters, maestros, lakans, grandmasters, senior grandmasters. Pero anong buhay nila? Hand to mouth. Isang kahig, isang tuka. FMA is so great. We see it in Hollywood, in the Hollywood fight scenes. It's been adapted by the elite forces
Game
of the
of Thrones.
Philippine military. Pero where do you find our very own here in the motherland? You see them in Luneta, you see them in the parks, you see them in Quezon City Memorial Circle with all their fancy uniforms and their fancy moves. Pero what kind of lifestyle do they have?
right.
Hand to mouth. I'm here to change all that. Now, I am not here to convince each and every group out there to come and join me. I am only here to help out those who would believe and who would also embrace what I believe in, which is helping them. So, the likes of Janil Francisco, MMA fighter, hindi yan arnisador, he believed in what I
And
was
he
talking
trained
about.
for it.
And he trained for it, of course, he trained in. Pero his base, of course, is MMA. So, after so many months, who won the championship?
And now he has a
Yeah,
brand
and now
new
he has
house
a
and
brand new
lot.
house and lot. Diba? He has a brand new motorcycle. He has the of course, he made history. He has the inaugural Juego Todo belt.
Right.
75,000 kaya yun. Yeah, custom made yun in Pakistan. Yes, it's heavy if you've seen it, and it's really nice. Yeah.
So every season po, merong yung belt po sa kanya lang yun. Hindi siya yung parang
No, hindi
pinapasa.
sasali nun. That's for him to keep.
Wow. Hindi
Yeah,
pwede
so-
isang lang.
No. That's his. Yeah, and then 50,000 worth of kabuhayan package, which is for the wife, for the sari-sari store ni Mrs. And 20,000 cash. How can you beat that? So last December 20th, we made history, and we're gonna keep making history. Because this year pala, he's going to defend that. And like I said, if he wins it, he has the option. Gym or isang bahay pa ulit.
Wow.
It's up to him.
And kiniklaim natin, or I think tama naman na ito yung kauna-unahan sa history ng Philippine
Yes.
combat sports
Yes.
na ganito
Kalaki ang premyo.
kalaki ang
Yes,
premyo,
that's
house
correct.
and lot.
Yes.
Did you make sure po na kailangan may house and lot
Yes.
na magiging grand prize?
Yes, let me tell you
Kung wala
why.
yun, hindi ito matutuloy. Parang
Yes,
ganun.
yes. Because that's all, everything that I say, I deliver. Kaya nga ang hashtag ng UGB is gawa, hindi ngawa.
Gawa, hindi ngawa.
Hashtag gawa, hindi ngawa. Yeah, kasi ang problema sa karamihan in the industry or in life in general, nasusobrahan sa salita. Ito, kaya yung kanila nasobrahan ng N, kaya naging ngawa. Ako sakto lang, 4 lang, G-A-W-A, gawa, hindi ngawa. Nasobrahan sila ng N. Yeah, so kaya for me, bago pa nauso si Bruno Mars, nauna ako dyan. Don't believe me, just watch. Ayan tayo.
So kinopya ka pala niya.
Yeah, well, pero I'm just saying, ano ko na yan, motto ko na yan noon. Yes.
Sige, last na lang po
Yeah.
siguro. Well, speaking of music, I'm curious about the inclusion of hip-hop sa events. Saan po nanggaling?
Okay,
Are you a hip-hop artist yourself?
I'm not a hip hop artist, pero the person who came to me during my earlier years, okay, of course at that time, syempre, nangangapa ka pa nun for funds. Mahirap lahat kasi I started here, hindi naman ako tumira dito for the longest time. I've been gone for 20 years.
Walang connection.
So the first, yes, walang connection. So I had to start all over. So the first artist who came to me, who supported UGB, was One Way Marfori. His real name is Kenneth Brian Marfori, and I owe a lot to this guy. He's a hip-hop artist. He's a rapper. He composed the original soundtrack of UGB called Hari ng Wasakan. For free. For free. And to think this kid was an aspiring artist. He also needed money, but I explained the situation. I said, look, this is what I do for others. I give back to the community. I said, would it be okay? No problem. He did that. He also did the one for Juego Todo. And then he did everything else for UGB. He did it. Ang cost, wala. Because he supported the advocacy. Now it's my turn to support him. Because now I am capable. I took One Way in towards the last quarter of last year. I built him a music studio.
Wow,
Yes.
a music studio.
And I told him, start composing your music and we'll sell the album.
Wow.
So now it's my turn to give something back.
So every time may mga events po, no, we
Yes, he's
expect...
always there. Yeah, so he is always there. And then, of course, he's part of my group now and he gets a monthly salary. Him and his wife.
Wow, wow.
So karma lang yan, bro. Whatever you plant, you reap what you sow. So, ang concept ni UGB is like mango planting. Nung tinanim ko yung seed ng mango, I cannot expect it to bear fruit overnight. Or maybe next year. Or even maybe 2 years, 3 years later. No. The mango tree takes at least 10 years before that thing bears fruit. Pero once it bears fruit, there's no stopping.
Right.
So this was mango planting.
Wow, I like that.
And thinking ahead, looking ahead, you know, I always like to plan ahead. Looking beyond, not just looking at what I have in front of me. So this is all put together. And this is how I've been as a person, you know, part of my upbringing and, you know, my passion as well. So ito, putting everything together.
Wow,
So
great
I hope
job.
that answers your
Yes.
question.
Even more
Yeah.
than what I
Yeah.
asked. I have a lot more questions, but let's do that next time.
Yeah.
The
So-
Papa Goat is busy.
Yeah, we're leaving for Cagayan tomorrow. Yeah, so we start doing our move and then move back to Metro Manila. Unfortunately, I cannot announce yet where exactly because we haven't signed it in black and white. But once it's signed in black and white, I will let you know. And yeah, so you can let the fans know and the supporters know where to go and what we're doing next because we will be staging fights here locally now in the city, which is a lot more easier for everyone rather than having to travel all the way to Cagayan. Yes.
Sir, siguro let's end with, could you please tell those who would be interested to try out for the season 2?
Yeah, for everyone who's interested to try out in Juego Todo, we're still looking for 4 more guys, and those 4 guys that we're looking for, weight classes 125 to 155. That is the weight bracket, and please submit your fighter profiles to Lacan Choi. He is the matchmaker for Juego Todo. And then for those who are interested with our other combat sports such as amateur boxing, amateur MMA, BJJ, no-gi, MMA, please contact Giovanni Bacchus on Facebook. And for those who want to turn in their fighter profiles for Muay Thai naman, please contact Cruzay Vallega. He's the one in charge of our Muay Thai. But yeah, we have it all. We have it all.
All right.
Yes. So thank you for the opportunity, Conan. And yeah, I know we'll be talking some more soon.
Yes,
Yeah,
more
thanks for the
wasakan.
opportunity. Yes, wasakan
More
na.
wasakan and more
Wasakan and
latayan.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, let me invite you guys for April 17th on which is going to happen in Taguig, the 10th in Taguig, April 17th. The title of the event is Wasakan at Katayan, Unang Yugto. Why Katayan? Because this is basically combat sports and MC battles together.
Wow,
So
MC
expect a lot of people. Yes. Yes, the first of its kind ulit. So, Wasakan at Katayan, unang yugto.
In one single event.
Yes,
Wow.
yes. So, expect a lot of people. Yeah. So, dati-dati, Wasakan na. Ngayon, Wasakan at Katayan na.
May Katayan
Yes,
ng
yes.
kasama.
So, this is in a collab effort with Bahay Katay.
Bahay Katay. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. It's an honor. Thank you
Well,
very
it was
much,
my
Sir.
pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you so much.
Sir Ferdie
Yeah.
Munsayac, Papa Goat,
Yeah.
the man behind Juego Todo,
And UGB.
under UGB
Yes,
MMA.
UGB.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.